You're alive, you're alive, you're alive. Doom dum doom dum 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 dum. Just release me. Yeah, just release me once again. I come to just reminisce about some things that that takes places in our life and weighs down on our thought process in doing time out here in society after you been released from prison. I'm gonna let a little time catch up on us. See if some of the viewers out there is watching tonight. Uh, I'm still in the hospital, and I'm still things are taking place in my life where a turn of events probably take place in my life as well, with things that going on and decisions I have to make and that I hadn't had to make in my life, but I have to make now. Uh, mm, I had to take pain medication earlier, and uh, I had to take a dose of morphine and stuff like that, and to take a dose of that kind of pain medication, it gives you a description of how painful uh, I'm going through my situation. Dum 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 dum. Just release me. I I uh I did a video earlier, and I really wasn't too off in it, and a lot of times I'd be off into my videos, and I don't know because of the situation that I'm in. I think I feel the way I feel in conducting the video. I sometimes I just don't feel it. During all the years that I did, right, I uh, I had a lot of time to to focus on my time, and what I mean by that is that I did time where I knew what I was doing at that time. I knew what was taking place in my life at that time because I was being more focused on doing my time, and I had to because I was more in control of my life than and you had people in prison, right, that had other inmates dictating dictating what they do. Like let's say they really ready to come run commissary, right? Everybody that's able would get them a commissary slip and go to filling out their commissary slips. Well, the person that's not in control of their commissary, they just sit there while another offender make their commissary slips out. That kind of thing that went on in prison. And some inmates allowed that to happen because they didn't want nobody to beat them up. They didn't have to worry about being extorted by another inmate or anything in that nature. they had someone that fought for them. They had someone that did whatever it was they did for them, and they didn't have to worry about uh uh getting their commissary took, because they would go to commissary with that individual, and the individual would uh dictate what went on. They would go to the commissary together, and if they didn't live on the same part together, they would have two commissary bags. They would have two commissary bags, and what would take place is that, Lord, that boy got brown stuff everywhere. What would take place is that when they get to their living areas, that person will go on his tank and that person will go on his tank. They didn't have the guy. They ain't had to worry about it, because ain't nobody gonna mess with him when he go on the pod. And that's just how it was. They paid for protection, and that's how it was when they went down the hallway. They didn't have to worry about nobody taking nothing from them. That's how it was. Uh, that's just the prison, and if they thought they can go to commissary without no help or without no protection, then they would find out differently, because they had guys that hung in the hallways on commissary day, and if they see somebody, they would, hey man, that's what's up, man. You such such. They tell me, I don't know, man. I'm in, man, but man, they take that sack. They would take that sack and let him know who, and if he want to fight, that's what it was. And on Hughes unit, I was on the Hughes unit. The Doms had to go to commissary through Ford building. They had to go through Ford building, right? So it was difficult and easy for dudes on Ford building to hang out, and extort dudes that go to commissary, because them dudes on the dorms, they be friendly. Some of them, they be so friendly, and some of them be, at that point where at that part where they be like, hey man, you want anything? You ain't got, like, hey, excuse me. You want? They be in line because they trying to get somebody to help them. They be like, man, you want to get something? Like, put you down $10 worth of stuff on there. Yeah, cause I need you to help me go here. They be like, all right, yeah. But that won't happen no more, because next time they go to the store, he gonna want half or whatever he getting. See, right now he getting over really, but by just getting $10 worth of stuff. But that's all right, because he gonna still get something out that sack. That because when he get out there by them dorms, and he gonna say, "Oh, you got your stuff?" I'm saying, "Yeah, I got some most." Yeah, okay. Yeah, he ain't gonna be able to say nothing. He ain't gonna be able to say nothing, because that's just the way it was. But I was thinking about what it's like after you do your time, after you done it's over with, and if you was let's say you was a person who paid, or you was a person who used to give up his body, and even if you was one of the ones that used the people, that committed yourself in a sexual manner in the prison, right? What is your mindset after you done time? What are you thinking now? Even if you done 5 or 10 or 20 years, and what are you thinking now? What is your mindset on how you feel about the years that you did? the major shakedown you went through, the the female relationships you had when you was there, or the time you got busted. You know what I'm saying? It's just the time when you was messing with some with other men. You know what's your thought process right now after you done been out 2 3 years, and how do you feel, you know, now? How do you feel now after all this done took place? Cause you can remember it like if it was yesterday. You can remember walking across the rec yard. You can remember shooting basketball. You can remember, you know, the time when you and such met up. Oh, it is so much that that runs across your mindset on about doing time and what took place in that process of doing time, and how you you made a promise to yourself. You made a promise to yourself that you would never come back there. You would never go back there. It's so much, man, that's blanks in your mind, but and that, man, you be like, man, I never want to live like that again. I never want to live like that again, and you haven't lived like that again, but you haven't forgotten the times of what took place, of those years that you did while being locked up. Can you forgive? Can you forget? Truly forget them years? How can you truly set aside that time frame? Would you want to talk about it? Would you want to sit down with somebody and talk about it? And that's talking about it in a manner of good and bad, a bad situation and a good situation. See, I can talk about it because of how I did my time, and the people that I dealt with. Do that. I can truly do that. But guess what? It's some that I did time with. They don't want to be on no camera. They don't want to be on camera. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want. They don't want to be done nothing that has to do with prison. They don't, truly. They don't. And I can understand. I mean, and it's easy for me, and I don't know why, because I remember. I remember. I remember. And now here I am. I'm in the hospital, right? And this is another time of my life that I'm gonna have to remember, man. I'm gonna have to remember. I am not gonna be able to forget it. I'm not gonna be able to forget it. One more time. But this is what you ain't gonna get. You'll never you'll never get the opportunity to interview me in prison. Another never. You'll never get the opportunity to interview me in prison again. But I want to thank you. I'm just putting some fat on the brain and just seeing where you at now. Now where you at, and if you want to contact Just Release, you can contact me, and if you feel that you can express yourself, then I would like to do an interview. I like to do that with people that want to talk about what took place in their life in prison, you know, back then, back or whatever time it was that you did time. My time wasn't yesterday. My time wasn't yesterday, and my time was at a time where it was hard. And if you was a white boy and you was of that time, you know, I know what your stage was in life. I know, if you was what kind of person you was and what it took to be the person that you became. So I'm Andre Wade, and this just released, and I just wanted to just reminisce about things that took place. So, if you ever want to just get with me, holler at me, and we'll see what we can come up with. Either if it was something to laugh about or something to cry about, whichever one it was, y'all get with me. And then don't forget, when you tell somebody about Just Release, tell them hit that like button. Tell them hit that like button because they don't tell them what I might come back with next. Look, one of them nurses up in here helping taking care of me. See, when I was in prison, they was all hard heads taking care of me. But tell somebody about Just Release and we'll find out what's so good about it. Until.